going on, YouTube? Today is March 13th, 2024. I know. Told y'all I was back. Man, the metals have done well. They have held their own. I told you. Most of y'all probably already knew. Looking right now on Money Metals Exchange, we have gold at $23.4865 an ounce, silver at $28.45 an ounce, platinum at $10.13.20 an ounce. Wow. Palladium $9.99.50 an ounce. So wow, palladium's really come down. Rhodium $48.25 an ounce, and copper at $4.78 an ounce. You know, the truth is, I want to be rich, and I am not. Every day I'm richer than I was the day before. The truth is, I want everybody to be rich because society is better when people are rich, and everyone's idea of rich, I think, is different. It's upside down. And, you know, I was listening to a gentleman talk today about, he goes, man, and this was an older video, totally unrelated to this community, but not in this respect. He goes, I don't have to worry about money the rest of my life. Wouldn't that be nice? And he says, but despite what you would think, he says it's really hard to stay motivated and do things every day to better myself and enrich myself and be productive because I don't have to. And it's funny because I'm on vacation right now, and I can kind of understand, I don't have to go out and work on a side hustle. I don't have to track my investment portfolio so closely, and my metals, which I haven't been tracking as closely. And I'm about to add some stuff to the stack too. We're going to get on this very soon. I've been known as the most consistent stacker by some people, and lately I have not been, so that's about to change because I love it. Anyway, and he went on to talk about that, and that really rung true with me. It's so important for us to stay on top of things, and that's our health, our wealth. That's our overall goal, our end game. And again, the end game is different for all of us, and for me, it's building wealth to build more wealth, and I use a lot of paper markets to do that, which leads me into discussing a very, very exciting mining company, a gold mining company out there, Rua Gold, OTC stock ticker NZAUF. That's the ticker for Rua Gold. Represents an opportunity to invest in the robust and enduring market of gold mining. And I've said this many times. What better way for me to build a portfolio? And none of this is financial advice. Do your own research, form your own opinions. This is merely what I'm doing with my life. What better way to help build my portfolio than invest in companies that go out and dig up the minerals for me to put into my safe and your safe. As a mining stock, Rua Gold provides investors with direct exposure to the gold mining industry, offering potential for significant returns driven by the whole value of precious metal. And as we've seen, metals have done very, very well. And I would say it's a good bet that they will continue to do well. The rest of the world knows it, and I think most of us do too. What sets Rua Gold apart is this commitment to responsible mining practices and sustainable operations, which is very important in the mining sector. We've talked about that in previous videos. By adhering to stringent environmental, very key, and ethical standards, Rua Gold ensures that its operations not only generate value for investors, but also contribute positively for the communities and environments in which they operate. Investing in Rua Gold through NZAUF provides a unique avenue for diversification, very key. We talk about that a lot on this channel, with an investment portfolio. And while traditional stocks and bonds may be subject to market volatility and economic uncertainty, gold mining stocks like Rua Gold offer a degree of insulation as the demand for gold trends remain strong even during periods of economic turbulence and challenges. Isn't that the truth? I mean, look how well the metals just seem to be holding their own with the way things are not doing well economically. So if you hold physical wealth, if you hold physical value, I think you're in a very, very good spot. And I'm going to touch on that a little bit more in a minute. RUA Gold is located in New Zealand and adds a layer of stability and security. New Zealand's stable political and regulatory environment, which is very, very key again in mining, because it's very, very political and it's very, very driven by economics. So if you are in an area and you're a mining company, the local government doesn't like mining, that could be very, very detrimental. So that's location is very key, not only with real estate, but with mining. RUA Gold is a promising opportunity for investors seeking long-term growth and stability. Again, I have a lot of mining stocks in my portfolio. Some have done very, very well. Some have done okay. Some have done not so well. But what's interesting is the ones that do well, sometimes they back down, and the other ones pick up steam and do better. So I think it's important to have a certain amount of my portfolio allocated into mining stocks. I've long said that on my channel. I do like paper markets to help me build that physical wealth. RUA Gold, through NZAUF, offers investors the chance to participate in the enduring value of gold mining, with a focus on sustainability, responsible practices, and the stability of New Zealand's mining industry. RUA Gold presents a compelling opportunity for those looking to fortify their portfolios with a reliable asset. So again, if you're looking for some exposure, some people can't afford gold. It's outside of the scope of capability at this point in time. This might be a good way for you to get that exposure. I do solely believe that physical gold is key to have in our portfolios. And I'm not saying rush out and buy gold. I'm not saying rush out, buy silver. I'm not saying rush out, buy platinum. I'm not saying rush out and buy stocks. It's key for us to build a foundation, minimize our debt as much as possible, if not completely, other than a house payment and or a monthly rent and utilities, things like that, food, obviously. But it's important once we get a good foundation. Okay, so we minimize our debt, right? We save money through holding cash and buying physical gold, physical silver, physical platinum. Now, what do we do to kick that process off faster and get more of it? How do we get more capital, do these things? And certain investments are a great way to do that, in my opinion. Sometimes you got to be patient. It's a long game. It's really a long game, just like stacking. So if you are a stacker, you probably have that discipline, that understanding, and that patience to be able to go ahead and do something like that. So food for thought, and I've had a lot of people reach out to me. That gentleman I was watching on a video talking about how what he talks about isn't just predicated to one thing. It's enriching your life, and how not having to go out and stay on the grind makes it harder for him to do that. He also mentioned that a lot of his content, people have told him, man, you changed my life. And he never went into it with the idea of doing that when he made videos. And it's the same for me. Obviously, I'm on a much smaller scale, but I have had a fair number of people tell me, dude, you've changed my finances. You've changed my outlook. You've changed the way I do things. You've changed the way I see things. That was never my goal. And once I realized that and for every one person that tells you that, and this is true for all of us in life, in our day-to-day activities, for every one person that tells you that, there's probably 5 or 10 that you've affected positively and impacted that won't tell you that. So that's a huge driving factor, and that's what it's all about. It's all about people bouncing ideas off each other, sharing experiences, and doing better. Like the video, comment on the video, link in the description below for my Rumble. Follow your boy, show the love. I am back. I am making an effort to stay back. 2 more channel members on my YouTube channel. We will be doing a once a month silver giveaway. We've got 3. We've got 2 more to go. Not financial advice. None of this is, my financial advice. This is my personal opinion, what I'm doing in my life. And whatever you do, don't forget, keep stacking.